Okay, so today we're working on water changes for our axolotls. And I came to notice while watching my other videos that I actually never properly introduced my new axolotl. This is Ashoka Tanook. For those who are Star Wars fans, y'all know where we got that name from. Call her Ashoka. Of course, our other axolotl, I'll talk more about him later. That is Anakin. So you can tell I'm a Star Wars fan. Can't help it. But yeah, and she is a Mac. For those who know about axolotls, she's kind of a mix with 3 different types. And we'll talk about her personally more later. As I said, right now I'm just getting everybody on video, but you see how dirty their water is? Their mom just fed them. So this little guy here, this is my wild. He's been kind of floating to the top. I think he has a little gas. But same thing, you see his water. It's got a lot of shrimp left in it, a couple of droppings. And of course, when I first got them, I was changing their water every other day. But now I change their water every day because I'm not sure, but I felt like I had got Anakin kind of sick. Because I forgot to change his water one day and he just kind of, it was lethargic, I think is the word. So that was the day before I put him in his tank. And of course, I just put him in the tank and I watched him real close and he slowly came out of it. But I don't suggest to ever leave them in dirty water after you feed them. You need to change them. Change the water, like I said, at least once a day. So what I do is I set up my water tanks, and excuse my kitchen because that's where we're doing the water changes at. Of course, my axolotls don't stay in here, but I set my water out like that overnight. So right when I change these tubs, I'm going to be filling those up and letting that water sit at the same temperature and putting prime in it. And that is what I use. There's a lot of stuff out there to use, but I just got started and it was recommended that I use prime. So that's what we've been using for the past couple of months and it seems to be pretty good. I have to do more testing of my levels to really let you know, but as I say, all of that'll come later. So, all right, without further ado, let me set up these tubs. And of course, they're in tubs for those who already know because until they get big, like she's ready for a tank, I have to set her tank up. And that'll be our next project. But these 2 little ones, she's almost there. But of course, I would never put him in a tank because it's hard at his size to feed him and to personally take care of him until he gets to at least. And she's about 9 months, if I'm correct. He is only about 5. I keep calling them he's and she's, and of course we don't know them. That's why we have not named them yet. But we have some names in mind, but until we sex them, I don't like to name them. All right. Well, let me get started on these water changes because I have to be up at 2 o'clock in the morning for work. All right, so I'll do this real quick. A lot of people like to use their hands and just getting to know my axolotls, so I still use a fishing net. But I try to do this real quick. I set the water up next to them. As I say, I prepped the water the day before, and it's just like this. Come on. He always gives us a problem because he's so fast. Now For Shoka, the big girl, now she's a problem because she doesn't even fit in this net. So we gotta hurry up and get her into a tank so she doesn't go through this. Hey, mamas. Oh, daddy bumped your head. Sorry. Yep. And that's it. All right, water changes our babies in their clean water, getting ready to go to bed. And this is where I keep them at, up on the shelf in front of the family pictures so they never feel alone. And as I say, we do that once a day unless there's a big problem and we have to change it out again. Yeah, let's see if we can get little buddy Anakin on film today. He likes to stay in his hide. There's Anakin, our albino. Of course, he hates the light, so he'll be running in just a minute. That is my baby boy, and we got him and Ashoka as grown. They were basically rehomed to us for the small price of $80, which wasn't nothing, but there he goes. He thinks he's about to get some food. He's like, Daddy, drop it in here before I eat one of these frogs. All right, well, that's our video for today. Hope y'all enjoyed it. All right, and as I said, I like to set my water up right after I get done with my changes. So I basically just rinsed out my tubs with hot water, scrubbed them out a little bit. I don't use too much soap because of allergens. If I do, I use Dawn. Everybody knows about the Dawn dish soap. So once you get your tubs clean, got fresh, clean water in there, simply take my Prime. I put a couple of drops in each one, as so. About 24 hours, and it doesn't take 24 hours. If you read it, it says it takes about 5 minutes. The main thing is making sure that your water is at the same temperature. So I like to leave it out overnight, really because of that. That way I know all my water's temperatures are exactly the same. And that's it. Good night, people.